What's up, guys? Real quick before this interview starts, I do just wanted to let you guys know that we had a brief audio and visual issue. About halfway through this interview, our camera died. We only have about 30 minutes of footage. The other 15 or so is strictly audio. Obviously, this is our first interview. We had some technical difficulties to work through, but for the future, we will definitely have those figured out. Hope you guys enjoyed this interview with Avarie Simpson. Make sure you guys, if you're in the Grand Rapids area, go check out Generational Fatherhood, a Candid Conversation. That is at Rivertown Celebration Cinema. Make sure you guys follow us on Instagram, Official Rap Roots, for clips of this interview, and check out the website. We'll also have it transcribed on there with the audio file as well. Hope you guys enjoy the interview. Peace. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Rap Roots Media. This is our first interview. We're here with Avarie Simpson.
Yo, what's poppin'? It's crazy.
All right. First thing I wanted to ask you was, you've been busy with your film. I know you've worked with Dreams Take Work. You work on Worthy Ones. What's the biggest challenge with tackling all these different avenues of design, film? Like, what's the biggest challenge that comes along with that?
That's a good question. I would say the biggest thing or the biggest challenge for me is really finding the balance. I try to spend as much time as I can, like, I guess for myself.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times I get caught up especially in the design world where everything you have to do is for other people more so.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to find time to make things for myself and find time for myself to read, write, meditate, whatever that may be.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably like the biggest thing right now that I'm processing, trying to figure out, because especially within the last like month, I've had some health issues just because I've been so busy losing sleep with projects and just always on the go, so I haven't really like gotten time to take care of myself like I should have. So I think finding balance is like the biggest challenge, but also something that I've been able to like truly do, and I feel happy about it because I can like be more present with stuff that's going on.
Yeah, more focused on what you need to be focused on, and not so worried about, oh, I need to get this done by this time. When you're in these moments of, oh, I'm stressed out or I have so many projects to work on, what are some things that you do to like keep your mental health in check?
That's a good question. So like I said earlier, I meditate a lot.
I'm a big meditator as well.
Yeah, I meditate every day. I'm a like not knocking nobody who's against it, but I am a Christian. So I read the Bible and I pray every day. And I try to at least spend like an hour, at least. Like I gotta have an hour at least just to spend and read the Word, or either talk to God, or just sit there in silence and just feel the energy. Just because obviously like I said, I believe in that stuff, and I wouldn't be where I am today. So like being able to sit there in the presence of it and understand like all the little energies around us is what make us who we are. Like to be able to sit there and like understand that we are all just beings living here. It's just like that right there in itself helps me keep my mental like sanity, because it's just like, why worry about stuff we can't control,
Yeah.
So like, like I said, meditating and really just focusing on practices that make us feel good, doing the stuff that we can control is stuff that I focus on a lot, because really we get caught up in the stuff that we can't control. That's why we get anxious and stuff like that.
For sure. I wanted to ask you this question as well. You've pivoted a lot in life at a young age. You played basketball for a while. You played college basketball. You moved on to Worthy Ones and designing. You did film and videography. Now you're directing a movie. How do those pivots happen? Because a lot of people are like not very eager to pivot in life. They're scared of that change. So why has it been so? I don't want to say so easy, because I'm sure that it's had its ups and downs. But why have you been able to do that so gracefully?
Honestly, I think just my eagerness to learn.
Yeah.
And I think over I think I want to say over COVID-19. Yeah, yeah, during COVID-19 and through my freshman year of college, experiencing college basketball and everything. Like when I moved away from home, that was like the time where I could like really like sit there with myself and be um, like what about me, or what do I want to do in life that like I know will leave a legacy
Mm-hmm.
behind my name no matter what I'm doing. And that could be a small thing or a big thing, and for me it was just like the only way I can do that is not being afraid to pivot, like you
Yeah.
said. Like a lot of the times I get caught up, especially in the creative industry, like the image we have to portray or the way we have to carry ourselves. Like I'm a genuine person through and through,
Mm-hmm.
and I know who I am as a person. So it's like to be able to like find these skills that I have and to really like sit there and be like, dang, I can like make cool things with these skills that I have. It's like it's a blessing to really like sit there and hone in on all the things that I have to work with, because it it's like I can do so many things that I didn't think I'd be doing. Like you told me 5 years ago that I'd be doing what I'm doing right now, I would be sitting
Yeah,
there
if,
like
if you told yourself as a freshman playing college basketball that you'd be making a movie or
literally,
designing, you wouldn't believe that.
I
You
would
wouldn't believe
literally be
yourself.
like, nah, like I came here to play basketball.
Yeah.
Like I'm here to play basketball. So it was like to definitely like pivoting from that mindset from an athlete, student athlete, to student artist and entrepreneur. Like honestly, I will say it's the hardest thing I've probably ever done
Mm.
and will do. Like running a business is hard. I will not lie to nobody. Running a business is so hard, but having a why is the reason. Like always knowing what your why is will get you so far.
What's your why?
That's okay. So what you just said. How do I monitor or keep my mental good? And honestly, that's something I've struggled with since I was probably, I wouldn't even say since I was young, because it really didn't become a true problem for me until I was like a sophomore in
Yeah,
college.
as you develop into life a little bit more, you get a little bit
Yeah.
more of those adult responsibilities. You start
Mhm.
to feel that stress of being a young
Yeah.
adult
Exactly.
as you go into your teenage years. And then you get to college, and then it ramps up, and
Mhm.
you got to sort of figure out, how do I do this? Because
Definitely.
you're not having your parents tell you this is how you handle this. So
Right.
you got to figure it out on your own now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Definitely. Like my why is just really like not being afraid to express who I am as a person and showing other people that whatever you put your mind to, like literally whatever you put your mind to, no matter who says you can't do something, like if you literally take the time and look within yourself and realize the capabilities that you have as a person, like are like far more greater than what anybody else outside of a higher power, if you believe in that, like you can accomplish and do and meet so many cool people and do so many cool things that you wouldn't even be like. I've been in rooms and doing things that I would never have imagined myself being in, and I sit there, I'm like, dude, like,
How am I here?
how literally, like, how did I do that? But like, believing in yourself, and my motto is know your worth. That's really my why. Knowing your worth, and that goes for not just me, but for anybody. Knowing why you matter, and that's just that's just it.
Yeah. I wanted to pivot a little bit here and discuss some music questions.
Mm,
Okay.
for sure.
So first thing, I want your past favorite music
Ooh.
artist, hip hop or
Okay.
otherwise. So like as a kid, who was your favorite music artist?
Okay.
Present, and then who you think next up? Who you think is the future of hip hop?
Ooh, dude. Dang. Okay, so um, past favorite artist. Mm, okay. Tyler the Creator.
Fire,
Past.
fire. I love Tyler.
And I say that because I discovered him, I feel like, at a way earlier age than I should have.
Yeah, Tyler's early music was crazy.
Like, I remember I remember this morning. I was getting ready for school. I was 10 years old. I was getting ready for school, and I had a bunk bed, and me and my sister we shared a room, and I used to play like MTV,
Yeah.
like music videos in the morning when I got ready for school.
I feel like I remember you doing this.
And I remember Yonkers coming on, and like I said, I'm 10,
And that video was crazy.
and I remember seeing the part where he eats the roach,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like,
What the hell?
what is going on? But the song,
Oh,
like
Lord.
the beat and like the cadence of the song was just so like,
That boom, 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 boom,
yeah, dude,
boom,
how
boom.
hard
Yeah.
the beat just was hitting. Like, dude, yeah, he's definitely a big influence and how I am as a person.
I think him also, he's pivoted his music so much.
Yeah.
Which is why I think a lot of people respect him. I think
For
hip hop has
sure.
become a very, like, everyone does the same sort of shtick.
Yep.
Everyone does the same sort of, I don't want to call it mumble rap because not all of it's that, but a lot of it's the same sort of thing, and no one's trying to bend the genre or do anything
Exactly.
different. So I feel like guys like him who really experiment with not only their voice but like the instruments they use, the production they have
for
is
sure,
really
dude.
really something that more people should strive for.
Yeah, no. Even like referring back to what you said about mumble rap, like honestly, like if you think about it, you like go back to like Bone Thugs and Harmony, bro.
Mm.
You gotta really sit there and listen to Bone Thugs and Harmony. You don't know what they saying for real until you look at the lyrics. You do not know what they saying. So like mumble rap has been
It's been a constant
it's been
for
a
sure.
constant.
I don't think when people say
but
like it's a newer generational thing, I don't think that's true at all.
yeah,
But I think that the people that push the genre allow for that to. I mean, mumble rap is
dude.
okay, and it fills a purpose for sure.
Yeah,
But when that's all the genre is, it's hard to branch out.
for sure.
And when that's all you make yourself out to be, it's hard to branch out. You can't have a decade-long career without experimenting.
Yeah, no,
Like,
for sure.
I'm trying to think of an artist who's like a mumble rapper. Playboy Cardi, even with his work, he was a real mumble rapper kind of guy, and then he releases Whole Lotta Red with it, which is just like a different style of that, but it works just because he switches the instrumentation up a little bit.
Yeah, and it's I don't know. I still like I got mixed feelings with like his. I mean, I old Cardi for sure. He to me was a very very big influence in how music is today. He still honestly is. I feel like a big influence in how music is today, but I think now it's more so like I take a look at myself and how I pivoted in my music taste. I listen to a lot of what would be considered like house music or like coffee house music, or like a lot of underground artists. So the mainstream aspect of things, like it's more, the catchy beat, the catchy cadence, and certain type of instrumental flow to it, rather than like the underground. It's more the lyrical side of things, which is kind of where I'm at with things. And I don't know, it's just like I believe in obviously like where times are and who we surround ourselves with is like the music we listen to, like, or the content or the media that we consume is like all about who is around us and like also what we value as a person.
Yeah.
So like going back to that, like my favorite artist right now, I would say is Joey Badass.
Love Joey.
Joey
He's
Badass has been, I want to say I won't say I've listened to him for a while. I think I started listening to him when 1999 came out.
Yeah.
And then from there I started listening to his older albums, and then he released 2000, and that 2000 for me was like
that album was really good. A lot of people loved that.
That was a huge album for me.
There was a couple songs on there that I really liked.
Yeah,
I can't say he's one that I like have delved into a lot. Yeah, there's definitely a couple songs out there that I pick out and I'm like, oh yeah, this is it.
No, for sure, yeah, definitely. But it's also cool to see like his growth within the last like couple years. 'Cause like I said, I've pivoted my music taste, and like I used to listen to Famous Dex and like
Yeah.
Chief Keef and all them. Like I still occasionally will listen to those artists, but it's just like we go through things in life, we mature a little bit, and we want to. I'm a big believer, and there's a one, I forget what song it is, but it's by West Side Gun,
Mm-hmm.
and at the end there's a guy talking. He's like the music you listen to like is the energy you bring into your life. Like quit
Mm-hmm.
listening to that like sad and like mopey and gangster, like hard, like violent ass shit. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, that's actually like real deal, because
That's definitely true.
what you listen to is like what you put in your mind, and what you put in your mind is like the things you put into your soul and what you produce out into the world. And like you want to be instilling good always. So like the music I listen to now is all about like making ourselves better as people.
Yeah.
Trying to make the world a better place type deal, but also like knowing your worth at the end of the
Mm-hmm.
day. And Joey Badass and like I said, West Side Gun, I would say like a lot of the East Coast rappers now to this
Mm-hmm.
day, I would say, are like they stick to their guns, stick to what they know, and it's all about like making yourself a better person.
Mm-hmm. Now, future. Who's the future
Uh,
of rap? You think hip hop?
Okay, now I don't know. I'm gonna be honest, because like I said, I don't listen to a lot of the mainstream, but I'm going off of what I hear.
Yeah, it's just your own
Like
personal preference.
now, I'm going off what I hear now,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
and the like what is it? The direction of what music is flowing in. And I want to say somebody like I don't. Well, okay, no. I'm a. I'm. No. Yeah, this is a hard question. This is a very hard question.
I came prepared, man.
You definitely got me with this one. Shoot. Ah.
It's a tough one.
I would say, okay, yeah. People probably gonna look at me like, bro, what? But it's just like where I'm seeing music and like my media consumption, and like somebody like a Ken Carson or
Ken
something,
Carson's
like
good, yeah.
somebody in that.
Yeah,
Like,
in that sort of sector of
yeah,
music. I see what you're saying.
Cause I don't know. I just think of like, yeah, like I said, the way the direction of music is moving, like the mumble rap, the catchy cadences, but also like this like hardcore like rock, like,
Yeah.
ain't it like some type of like, I
I
don't
feel
know.
like the hip hop genre has sort of built this subgenre of like rock rap. Is what I sort of like to call it.
Yeah, that's kind of like something I see kind of being like more of a thing now.
Yeah, more prominent for sure.
Yeah, that's kind of like my three.
All right.
I guess.
Next question, also a music question.
Mm-hmm.
Dream artist to design for. You got to pick their outfits for a week or design their style for the week. What artists you picking? What are you designing them in?
That's dang. That's a good question. Oh, no. You said artist, or like is this like,
Musician, artist, whoever.
okay, not an artist, not a musician, but at least
You can be whoever.
at least and at least in my, I don't think I know they're an athlete though. The Shea Gilgeous Alexander.
Oh, okay. I know exactly who that is. Yeah.
Dude, first of all, like he's a big influence in like how I dress,
Mhm.
but like he obviously holds a big fashion sense in the fashion community as far as the athlete community, but also in the streetwear community. Very prominent influencer and ambassador for many brands. So it'd be dope to work with him for sure. I think.
Hey, maybe he can like hop on a Dame Lillard song and like we can categorize him as an artist.
Right? I don't know,
For
man.
sure,
That'd
for
definitely be dope. I think, but yeah, as far as like a music artist, I think hands down Tyler the Creator.
Tyler's got some nice outfits.
I think just within the last few years,
in his Heaven to Me video, this
Yeah.
most recent deluxe he put out, he had like this blue it was like this cheetah print shirt
yeah,
and like these blue pants or something like
Dude,
that. It was a fire
it's
outfit. It
literally,
was so
bro,
unique.
and it's And that's the thing, like his outfits are very unique, and it's not like, for me recently, it's not about like color matching. Yeah, you can match colors here and there, you know what I'm saying, but really like nowadays I feel like to me it's about unique pieces and proportions and how things fit, if that makes sense. Like
Yeah.
if something fits a certain way, like whether it be too long, too short, too tight, too snug, too big, you look like, nah, I don't wanna like, it's certain things that he'll wear that's like completely unproportionate, but the texture or the color or the pattern on it looks super dope, and it matches with something else, like completely outlandish colors, but it's like, dang, he put that together, like that's super dope, and that's something like I want to do stuff like that.
So my question for you is, what was like the biggest blessing when working on this film, and what was some of like the biggest challenges?
Okay. Um. Ooh. Okay. So I would say the something that was a blessing was the fact that I got to sit there and in front of, I want to say we interviewed 13 fathers, 13 dads, different races, different ethnicities,
Different backgrounds.
different
Yeah.
backgrounds, different ages, literally generational. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and me not being a dad, but also having a somewhat similar relationship to my dad with, or like similar to the relationships some of the older guys had with their dads, I had a similar relationship with my dad. And to be able to create something that could tell their story was like, I thought that was really cool because one, the narrative that is painted behind what fathers go through, but also like knowing that I can create something that can truly like create change in what's going on in society around us. It's like that was a blessing in itself right there. But then also the hardest thing was um okay, so honestly, with how long this film, or how long the actual on-set recording took place, I was only given 2 days. It was only a 2-day film project.
How long was the entire project, not just the
Yeah.
filming, editing? How
So
long did that take?
so I had to design a flyer.
Mm-hmm.
I had to create the film itself, and then 2 trailers.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say that took me a good 3 months.
Wow.
Yeah, and just cause, I mean, I feel like it would have been a quicker process had I had a team, because I had to do the graphic design, the set design, the recording, the editing, the audio, all that stuff. So it was just like, it was it was definitely like a learning experience for sure. But I think to be able to do something that like that and to create something so powerful, and for it to make it into a theater, like that's
Was that process all you getting it into the theater, or was that somebody reaching out to you, or?
so the whole process of that was actually cool because it was really like just a connection through the author who the book is about, that influenced the documentary. So he just reached out to me and asked if this was a project that I was interested in filming. And just like I said, the relationship that I had with my dad and like the story I wanted to tell was just like, I no hesitation was like, yeah, I think this definitely, like, I think this is a project that I could really make go far. But he was just like, we're pitching this to the theater, so like this was before we even like,
Shot it or anything?
yes.
Okay.
So
So you were going into it with the anticipation that if this goes well, I'm getting this into a theater.
already
I'm sure that's
dude,
nerves in itself.
the pressure that I felt on myself was crazy because I'm like you literally, like, this could be, listen, mind you, I'm getting paid for this project, so like this person could have this amount of trust in me, and I put together something that just like complete piss poor project. You know what I'm saying? So to refer back to the last question, to have somebody that values my work and trusts me that much to know, hey, like this is gonna be something that we can get in the theater. like that's huge for me because that's shown me like the work that I've done in the last 3 years since I've started my company. That's like that gives me more confirmation and validation that I need within myself to know like I can create and do whatever I want if I put my mind to it.
Yeah. So what was the? I know these fathers told you a lot of stories. What was the most interesting or most prominent thing that you heard about when filming?
Mm. Ooh.
It can be a story. It can be just an anecdote you heard.
Oh, yeah.
Something they told you,
I
either
think
on film or off.
yeah, no. I mean a lot of it was all on like I was able to gracefully catch most of it on film.
Yeah.
But I think the most like I think the most prominent thing that like stood out to me was like how I didn't know this, but in the state of Michigan, like fathers don't really get like rights as a being to their kids.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was like a lot of the a lot of the dads, you know, they tell their stories, but at the same time, they also like inform
Mm-hmm.
about what goes on as a father in the whole child support system and how the whole system works, and like hearing the stories about like how the child support system like treats fathers, uh, and I might get bashed for this, but how it treats women or how it treats fathers in comparison to women in a situation. And like I said, obviously the mom does a lot,
Mm-hmm.
but like just hearing the stories, I never realized like with the fathers, because there are dads who don't do the greatest,
Mm-hmm.
but the dads who do the most that they
Do what they
can,
can. Yeah.
yeah, and the system still doesn't allow them to, like that to me was just kind of like a dang,
Mm-hmm.
like that kind of sucks.
Yeah, it's a real
But it's just like,
realization moment for sure.
yeah, but also like really like hearing all of these stories, like I'm not a dad, but I am an older brother. I'm the oldest of 7,
Mm-hmm.
and so it's like,
I am as well.
and yeah, so it's like,
Not of 7, but
like, but still, like you being an older sibling, you put it in perspective. Like there are people you like that are looking at, like that look at you as a role model. They look at you as a person that is leading a way for them to do better or to see better, and it's
Mhm.
like, I don't know. I take on that responsibility as like I am a dad, and it's kind of like hearing the stories from those dads just kind of like put a lot of different things into perspective for me, just as a person in general, like looking out for other people and doing your best as a person, but also taking care of yourself.
Mhm.
Because as a man in general, like
Men definitely don't take care
we
of us.
don't we
We
don't
think it's our responsibility to make sure that everyone else is okay, but when it comes down to taking care of ourselves, we try to divert and try to find something else to do, try to find something else to fix
Yep.
because we don't want to take on the burden of fixing ourselves.
Mhm.
I thought that it was a real. I watched the trailer. I thought it was very powerful. I hope a lot of people come to see it because it
Yeah, I
looks like
hope
a
so
very
too.
great project. How long is it, if you don't mind me asking?
It's an hour and 10 minutes.
Hour and 10?
Yeah, my
Okay.
first feature film. First feature film, first documentary film.
Go ahead and like promote. Tell people when it is, because like
Yeah.
I'm pretty. It's the 24th, right?
Yeah,
February.
February 24th.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, February 24th. It'll be at Celebration Cinema Rivertown out in Granville.
Mm-hmm.
Red carpet event. So
Ooh,
yeah, it's
you
pretty
bringing out
cool.
the suit,
Yeah,
baby.
you get to dress nice and um, get to talk to people about the book as well as the documentary. More so the documentary for me
Mm-hmm.
is because that was something I got to work on.
Passion project for sure.
Yeah, definitely a big passion project, but also like it's cool because I want other people to be a part of it and obviously come see it. Tickets are being sold, and I'll provide you with the link to that as well.
Yeah, for
But
sure. I'll put all of
um,
the information for it in the description for this for
definitely,
sure. I want people to come out and
bet,
support
bet,
you and
bet.
support the film
For
for
sure.
sure.
But yeah, February 24th, here and then, well, in Granville, Michigan. My first project, it's called Generation of Fatherhood, a Candid Conversation. Filmed by me, Avarie Simpson, and co-directed by Clay Roberts.
There you go.
Super,
Shout out
super,
Clay.
super, super, super like grateful for this opportunity, especially for Worthy Ones. My my company that I started back when I was a sophomore in college. So it's like it's really cool to be able to do stuff like this and to know that when I sat down and created everything and the plan for what I wanted my business to be, like
It's
it's
really coming
cool.
to fruition
Yeah,
now,
for
yeah.
sure.
I feel like you definitely made a wave locally for sure for people wanting to do videography, do design, at least from like our area.
Yeah.
For sure. I definitely noticed lots of people getting into that space following you doing well with Worthy Ones.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I don't mean if and that like I try to take it with a grain of salt because a lot of people do tell me that, but I take it in and I process it because it's like whether I did create it or not, like it's something that I love to do, and if I can teach people to do it and they find love in it,
Well,
it's
I'm
like
not saying it as a bad thing at
oh
all.
no, yeah, for
Yeah,
sure,
I'm
for
saying
sure.
like you, even if you didn't pioneer it, you helped push this
Hmm.
movement forward.
Yeah, for sure, definitely, and it was definitely something I wanted to do because, um, like I wanted to show people that there is another way besides,
Being an
school,
athlete
being
or
an
being a
athlete,
student,
being
yeah.
a student or being, going and working a job. Like actually,
Uh
actually,
oh, phone call.
actually being
You're
able
good.
to go out and like do things that you truly love, like to do. This is simply like take out the money and all the flashy stuff that come with it and the people you meet. Like if you truly love what you are doing and you wake up every day and you don't feel like you're working,
Yeah,
it's like you literally you going crazy.
phone call.
Dude's hilarious. But but yeah, if you can truly go out and do something that you love to do and you don't feel like there's a pressure or there's anything that, a burden that comes with it, it's like you kind of I feel like for me this is my purpose, and um like I can't wait to see like where it takes me, honestly.
Yeah, for sure. Um, would you say that this is like a dream project of yours, or if you do have a dream project, like a film or a video of some sort, what would that be?
Hmm.
You think this is it, or do you think you got something else
Honestly,
in
no,
your
I'll
mind?
be honest. I don't think. I mean, this is like, don't get me
It's a
wrong.
blessing for
This is
sure.
a blessing for sure, but it is not my dream project. Honestly, I did not want to. I mean, it's cool to have a film in theater, and like when I first got into the creative industry, I was a film geek. Like that's the first thing I started doing was filming, and I kind of found a love for it. But as I started pivoting into different avenues of the artistry, like I found a love for fashion design and graphic
Hmm.
design, and I just think it'd be really cool to put on a fashion show or somewhere, send a collection down a runway. That's like I think that'd be a really cool
Your
thing.
Virgil moment, my boy.
Literally, I think that'd be a cool moment. Or to honestly just like be able to style or design for anyone,
Yeah,
like and a higher caliber designer or athlete or celebrity. It'd be cool.
yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Um, how did like? Oh, I have a different question actually. What have you worked with any musicians, whether it be local? I know you worked with me, but I don't
Mhm.
know who else you've worked with in terms of like the music space.
Yes. I want to say he is my yeah. He's the only one. Um, his name's Savon.
Okay.
Big producer. Here. Well, yeah. To me, after finding out about him and seeing what he's capable of and the work that he's done with the different artists that he's worked with a lot of big artists, but Savon, he is a very big artist, and I can plug some of his music in and send you some, but
Hmm.
um, he I was honored enough to do a documentary on him for one of his album releases summer of 2022, and his music for me is super super refreshing and like just it's like to me it's a new wave of music that I think will be super common if like in spaces like social spaces
Mm-hmm.
and like coffee, like how it's house music, coffee house music type deal, and I don't know, it's just something about it that like you turn it on, whether it be headphones on a speaker, whatever, and you can just literally like take a load off. Whether you meditate, do your work, whatever. It's like cool. It's super cool. But he's a cool person in himself. Like
Was he the kind of person like he knows exactly what he wants with his video? He tells you, "Hey, I need this," or was he a kind of guy where you sort of need to take the lead and be like,
mm,
okay, this is where we're gonna go from here.
um, as far as like the filming the documentary itself, there were times where I'd have to be like, just for a certain shot, like you do this or do that, just to kind of get the feel for it and kind of make you feel like you're in the moment. But um, he's kind of it's I don't know. It was like that was my first time meeting him, literally the day of shooting,
Mm.
and literally from that day forward, like we text each other here and there, but it's like he's a person that does kind of know what he wants and how he wants things to go, and but also he's a person that trusts the process and
Trust your vision to.
yeah, excuse me, he trusts what I'm capable of, and like there's always times and when we were filming, I'm like, how do you feel? Like you feel cool? Like feel things are going well? He's like, yeah, like this is dope, and it's like to be able to do something like that, and especially working with somebody for the first time, and just to feel that like instant kind of like connection to be able to just like work through things creatively is like it was super cool experience.
Who are some of your inspirations in terms of videography,
Mm.
design, and filmmaking?
Hmm. Um, I'll be honest, like I'm not a huge film geek. Like I watch movies and stuff, but I'm more so like a YouTube video kind of guy, and
Mm-hmm.
like um
I'm a YouTube video kind of
honestly,
guy as well. Yeah.
obviously, and for my generation, you got the prominent Cole Bennett.
I love Cole Bennett.
Um,
If I could get, I think I reached out to him the other day just as like just shoot my shot,
yeah, I mean,
dude. If I
why
could get
not,
him on
bro?
here, that's like my dream is to
Yeah,
get him
dude.
on here.
Like, just keep pushing, doing what you're doing, bro. You
Yeah,
never know. Like, you
like
could,
who will see it?
yeah, dude.
For
You never
sure.
know. But yeah, Cole Bennett, obviously.
He's a huge inspiration for partially one of the reasons why I started this. We did an article recently about his all his Yellow album,
Yeah.
and I said it like this is like how hip hop albums should be rolled out.
Yes, dude.
All
I
the
was thinking the
videos he put
same
out,
thing. I was
all the
thinking the
videos he
same
put out,
thing.
it was the lead single was the best song on the album or
Yes,
one of
bro.
the best songs on the
Yeah,
album.
for sure.
And I thought like that whole rollout showed like labels. This is how it's done.
No, I literally was like, this is like, he's kind of bringing back the true era of what like music labels used to be.
I was so sad because the he put out a little clip on his page. They were supposed to put a little Mac Miller thing in like the beginning of "Say
Oh
Your Grace" with
yeah.
Chief Keef, and that's
Oh.
that's that's one of my favorites. So
Yeah,
I'm
dude, that
hoping
would
they
have
put it
been
on like the
sick.
deluxe or
That would
something.
have been sick. Yeah, that's
It's
one of
not
my
even a
favorite.
verse. It's like a little just like intro thing.
Yeah,
But I
dude.
feel like
No,
that'd be cool.
that was one of my favorites too. Like, or that yeah, that probably is one of my favorite on the album, or is my favorite on the album. But that would have been sick. But no, yeah, he definitely. He's a huge influence. Oh, excuse me. He's a huge influence. But as far as like I said, I honestly, since I've made the film, I have not been in film mode. So like when I get in, like there's certain projects that I do, like especially big projects, and I've done a decent amount of projects. But like when I do certain projects, I have to get in like this mode, this creative director mode. As far
Mhm.
as like if I'm doing a graphic design project, I need to be in design mode. If I'm doing a fashion design project, I need to be in like straight fashion mode. Like, you know what I'm saying? So um my favorite artist right now, and has been since I've started because I'm going to school for graphic design. So,
Mhm.
Paula Scher, she's been a huge influence in like my design craft and just how I see things as a graphic designer. If you don't know Paula Scher, definitely go look her up. She's super dope. And she is a big legend in the graphic design world
Shout out Paul Scher.
for sure. Definitely. And um really just like the people around me, honestly. Not even like no, like I mean those are like some big names I just named off, but
It's not any directors that catch your eye like that. Maybe not that you take inspiration from but you've seen one of their movies or a couple other movies, and you're like, that's real cool.
well, obviously legend that will always be like probably my top two, probably top one for sure. Not even top two. Spike Lee
Spike Lee's fire.
for sure. He like dude has put on some amazing like films and uh Jordan Peele.
Jordan Peele. That's a great one
He
too.
dude, I don't know how somebody can think like that. Like the way he come up with a film concept and the stories that he tells are like it's I don't know.
And like he also he's one of those guys like he did comedy for a really long time.
Yeah, and you
And then he has this switch where he does what's the horror film? I can't even think of the name
he's
of it.
got numerous. He's got Us, Nope,
Yeah,
Get
Us.
Out.
That's
like,
what I was thinking of. Us. He drops this horror film and everyone's like, "Holy shit! This is a complete shift of what you were doing before." But it was amazing.
literally, for sure. Like,
I think with me, sorry to cut you off.
No,
I'll
you good,
let you
you good.
finish. With me, I sort of took a break from music and I was like, where do I go from here?
Yeah.
Because obviously university is expensive, so
man,
it's kind of hard to put money down to like go to the studio or
yeah,
you kind of find it hard to find the time to write some lyrics down or like listen to beats or
literally, dude.
so that becomes more of an expensive hobby and more of a stressor than a hobby at certain points. So for me, I was like, I gotta find a different avenue. So this is
dude.
what I decided to do,
For
and
sure.
I feel like this could take me far.
Oh, for sure, dude. Cause it's not just like the idea of you doing it, but it's like who you connect with too.
Yeah,
It's
for
like
sure.
you with doing something like this, you can literally like you're like I have so many avenues, but also like you and this in itself can take so many avenues because it's
What I'm thinking about doing is making it a club at Ferris, talking to the music business entertainment program director and being like, I want to start a music journalism club.
yeah, bro.
And I want to put authors. I could get a bunch of people to be authors. I want to get people to do interviews and make content. Because I'm sure that I'm not the only one who wants to work in the music industry, whether it be
Yeah,
interviewing people or
making
writing or
music
being a
itself.
radio host, whatever it is.
Right.
All of these people can get experiences through this publication I've put together.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like that could be a way to sort of branch out and make a lot of those connections. But first off, I just want to get it started out a little bit
Yeah,
and
man.
show that I've got the chops for it.
Oh, that's literally all it takes is honestly just starting it. Like once you start it, and you know you roll with it. Like all it takes is those little spurts to see like okay, this is working for me.
Yeah.
And like it is gonna get tough, and like you've experienced stuff in the creative industry already. It does get tough, but it's knowing what your why is, and you know if you love what you're doing, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For sure, and the writing process of it, definitely like writing articles and things is definitely probably one of the funnest parts of it because you can really, like I know a bunch of like random little shit about hip hop that not a lot of people know.
No, exactly.
So it's like a chance to get all of that out and also talk about like my opinions on music because a lot of like my friends and people who listen to music they like that mumble shit and I'm like that's not really me, but like
Right.
I can get behind it, but that's not really what I listen to. So it's the chance for me to really express my musical taste without feeling not judged, but feeling different.
Yeah, bro. Definitely. No, that's huge, and that's kind of like what I was gonna say. Like doing something like this is about, because you can take it whatever way you want to. Because one, it's your show, but two, it's like you are able to express, like how I'm able to express myself in my creative field. This is a way for you to express yourself, and to be able to, as a creative, be a part of something like that. And for you to want to include me in something like that, like it's cool to be a part of something like
Yeah, it was one of my first thoughts. I figured, with you especially, I figured fashion and music and all of those things sort of go hand in hand. Like obviously, like Lil Dicky, his show is a purely hip hop show, but it's one of it's up for awards. It's one of FX's
Right.
best shows right now. So I figured the filming, the design aspect, and hip hop, I feel like those all kind of go hand in hand to a certain extent. So I feel like I felt like you were a great guest to have on.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate it for sure. Definitely.
I think that is all for my questions.
For sure.
I just had a couple up here, a couple in the bank that I was ready to ask you.
Yeah, man.
I think we're all good, ready to get out of here. Make sure you like this video, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff.
Yes, sir.
Go see Generational Fatherhood, a Candid
Definitely.
Conversation, February 24th. Rivertown, right?
Yes, sir.
Celebration
Celebration Cinema Rivertown.
We out.
Yes, sir.
Deuces.